So I have everything wired up right now, including the original circuit board. I'm giving that power through my Arduino. The power right now, and it's hard to tell because I got a ton of wires in there, but it's coming off the 3.3 volt up along here, and I've kind of just tapped it into the power on the circuit board that came with the Spirit Trap. For a while, I actually had it running off the 5 volt accidentally. Just kind of wired everything up into my breadboard without even thinking about it when I had meant to put it on the 3.3, and it even worked then and didn't have any issues. Of course, I only had it there for about a minute before I realized what I had done and unplugged everything. Then I ran everything on the 3.3 volt for an hour, and I haven't seen any issues with it whatsoever. Everything's running just fine. So right now, the trap seems to be working great, and what's more, the servos are going, so that's pretty sweet. Everything is all wired up and good to go. So what this kind of shows is that you can give power to the Arduino and it will be able to run the servos and the original board if you would like. Just take it off of the 3.3 volt. But I would say do it at your own risk. It may shorten the lifespan of the original hardware that came with the Spirit Trap. The only reason why I'm kind of not too worried about that is I was planning on eventually bringing in a custom soundboard on this. In the meantime, I'm just going to use this hardware and didn't want to have it going off of 2 different battery sources. So, encouraging, and I plan on continuing to use it until either it fries out or it just appears that it works just fine using 3.3 volts. So I will continue to see how that goes over time and report back. So I will take the risk if anyone wants to see how that turns out. Yeah. So far so good. That kind of concludes the electronics for now. Other than actually getting the whole thing closed up and functional, but hopefully I'll be able to figure that out soon. The issue right now is that since the servos are in 2 different parts of the trap, and since this has to sit in one part, and the push rods have to hook into those 2 tabs, when you close the trap, you can have one of them hooked up but not the other, and then it is almost impossible to be able to get into the trap to be able to hook the other one up. So just getting that all figured out has been a bit of a chore, but I've got a couple of ideas, and I just need to figure out if I'm going to cut into the trap somewhere and have it covered up by a plate or something, or what I'm going to do. But I will have an update when I figure all that out. Thanks.